will Auto fahren. Nee, das ist dunkel. Ich will da nicht rein. Oh Gott.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To
Was?
reach out to her.
Lass mich raus.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Wem soll ich vertrauen? Ich hab Angst. Kann ich den Stecker
As Stanley
ziehen?
picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope.
Was?
Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that
Ja.
wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
Ich
You
bin...
actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
Was?
How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Was?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack and crack."
Meine Güte, es ist schon 16:30 Uhr. Muss zur
Excellent.
Ganzkörper.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
Was?
Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Wo kommen die ganzen Zigaretten her? Ja, da? Okay. Aha. Oh, darf ich nochmal in den Fahrstuhl fahren? Ja? Ja? Nein? Ja? Oh, hier ist ein Zaun. Oh, Menno, hier ist ein Zaun.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Der hat mich auf den Fahrstuhl eingesperrt. Muss ich jetzt zurücklaufen? Manu. Nee. Hätte ich nicht eigentlich vorne in die Tür sollen? Naja, egal. Was soll ich denn jetzt machen? Ah, hier ist schön. Darf ich hier bleiben?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Hat sich das Bild gerade nicht bewegt? Verwirrend. Verwirrend.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yay!
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Bist du so kaputt? Ihr habt kaputt gemacht. Nochmal hier rein? Nein? Okay, schade. Darf ich hier wieder raus? Nein? Schade. Die haben schon wieder den PC angelassen. Mann, Mann, Mann.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Hilfe! Was passiert hier?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay.
Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Okay.
You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Du hast es kaputt
It was
gemacht,
the only
ich.
thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Entschuldigung.
What, did you think that would be funny?
Ja,
You just
mich
had to
schon.
see?
Ja.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Aber ich bin nicht Stanley.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
Nein.
That there's a world outside of you?
Was?
You're a child.
Ja.
Oh, my story.
Oh.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious.
Was?
It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sorry, ich muss jetzt immer noch... Das geht nicht anders.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Danke. Er sagt ja gar nichts mehr. Hasst er mich?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Hab's kaputt gemacht.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hä? Verdammt. Ne, sorry, ich muss das noch einmal machen. Der hängt irgendwie. Kann das sein? Nicht durch! Nicht mal Radspiele kann sie heile lassen. Niemals!
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Gut, ich gehe ja schon durch die linke Tür.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Jetzt ist die Tür links. Tipps nicht gefeuert zu werden. Brauche ich das?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Aha. Ah! Da! Charts und Slides und Slides. Toll. Ah. Oh. Mhm. Ah. Hey, nicht so schnell. Oh. Ah. Spring Break. Also warte, ich soll einen Zettel schreiben mit den 20 Dingen, die ich am meisten über meinen Chef liebe. Das Ganze 3-mal einreichen. Und ich soll weniger reden, okay. Geil. Perfekt. Das merke ich mir für die Arbeit. Gut. Alles in sich reinfressen, an anderen auslassen und sich dann beschweren, warum die einem nicht helfen. Für den Besen. Für den Besen.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, ich kann nicht runterspringen. Und wie weit muss ich denn hoch? Okay. What the fuck? Das ist noch nicht mal ein Chefbüro. Eklig. Ledersessel. Ah, grün, toll.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Wirklich?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
Fine.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do
Hab
it.
ich doch!
But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your
hab ich doch!
respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Voll gemein.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Was?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
What?
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Oh.
Do something.
Oh.
Anything.
Oh.
This is more important than you can ever know.
Oh.
I need this. The story needs it.
Oh.
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Ich bin hier oben.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need. But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
Yeah.
I will be happy.
Yeah.
Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Yeah.
Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oops.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ey. Diesmal ist es ein anderer PC. Es ist wichtig, dass ich die ausmache. Und jetzt muss ich von dem Fahrstuhl runterspringen. Wenn wir schon mal hier sind.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Doch.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Das ist so schön blau.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nein. Ich muss Fahrstuhl fahren.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Ja?
I'm
Okay.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really?
Ja.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Nein.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Ja.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Nein.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Aber du machst alle Türen zu. Das geht doch nicht. Überall Gefahr. Oh, Tür ist zu. Sag ich doch. Ein PC? Wer lässt denn hier ein Bildschirm rumstehen? 2B1. Ich glaube, ich bin hier falsch. Hallo. 2B3. Keine Eimer? Ich darf hier keine Eimer mitnehmen? Gibt es hier einen Eimer? Darf ich einen mitnehmen? Gibt es keine Eimer?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Warum? Warum? Ich will nicht.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ich hab dich wirklich nicht falsch
I
verstanden.
still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the
Aha!
red
Ich
door.
will aber
All
blau.
right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to
Ja.
find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Ah, also auf der Arbeit bin ich bei 1A1. Läuft bei dir. Vielleicht finde ich das ja noch. Ich bin im Keller.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even
Kommt mir
finished
bekannt
building
vor.
this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Ja.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Ja.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Aha.
Help me
will
here,
unten hin.
Stanley. Help elucidate these strange
Hallo.
and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Ja.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Ja.